We are unknowable, fallen, corrupted, rightly feared. We are ascended.
Welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3 and part 26 of our Kholek Suneater SFO Grimhammer campaign. In today's episode, we have ourselves a duel against a very vast war host led by Helm and Gorst here, a whole bunch of rotting corpses shambling on across the field, wearing their, baby blue outfits. They've got a couple Terrorgeists, several Hex-Rays hiding in the bushes, a couple Black Knights, some Direwolves, which really don't mean so much, Gorst himself, and then the Vampire Lady of Death here. Got some reinforcements rolling in. They're all going to be vampire, or I guess zombies as well for the most part, with a single Vargulf. So the Fat Bat will be rolling his way on over. Our battle strategy is going to be kind of all of our infantry on one side, with the Feral Manticore ready to fly on over and then smack the vampire, very good at assassinating heroes and lords. And then we have ours together, both the Slaaneshi and Nurgle. We're going to use them both in tandem to keep everyone healed up, as well as as people are dying around, empowering the Sorcerer Lord of Slaanesh, or the Sorcerer of Slaanesh, through all of the extra damage he'll be doing. As our soldiers die and as the enemy soldiers die, his damage will increase. It's how our Dragon Ogre's off on one side. Their plan is just going to be charging straight at these Blood Knights and breaking them first thing. We can also then get them into the Hex-Rays. That would be great. And we'll have the Hounds to help out with that. Start nom-nomming on ankles. Let's get to it. We also now have the Marquis of Masochism rolling with Kholek himself. Let's roll them forward. We have no reason to really rush. They have 40 seconds before their allies get on in here, but there's no way we would bring Gorsh down in that time, so we'll kind of hang out. Set up the Ungor over here in this kind of pass, and we'll pull the soldiers over, try to take advantage of that. Set you guys off here. Keep those Hounds hiding, and then we gotta keep an eye on the Blood Knights. That's going to be their target. On the Bestigor moving over into the forest. Be a nice little surprise. See if we can bring Kholek forward. He's gonna be healing his Grave Guard there. Interesting. I think we can send Kholek straight in, no trouble, and just see if we can have him punish Gorst. We'll leave everyone else back, since the Shaggoth are a little bit more squishy than you'd expect them to be. See what they do when Kholek approaches Gorst. Looks like they just part. And I'll let that happen? Are you sure? Or those zombies are a high threat. Not sure how or why, but they're a high threat. You can bring down Gorst now, that'd be fantastic. You keep smacking, we'll see if we can drive down some lightning around on anyone who wants to kind of surround you from there. We just kind of wait. Oh, they charge the Wraiths on over. Bit of an aggressive play, we love to see it. Let's have the Manticore fly over the top. Drop down all of our abilities. Heals up so everyone's topped off. We'll go ahead and drop down the Phantasmagoria, just a single cast. Drop their melee attack to 0. Yeah, Gorst is getting annihilated. Let's make sure he stays on target, though. It's very easy to get him, well, most lords bogged down in that many zombies. Kholek is a different story. Looks like our Thayans are arriving now. Bring the archers over. Pretty much anyone they wanted to bring in to surround Kholek, we are now about to give the old golden orb drop. The Ball of Chamon. Enjoy. Good old Cataclysm spells. Gorst is fading on away. And in appears the big ball. Gonna roll in slow-mo through the line. Liquefying probably anything it touches. Oh, we're gonna miss a lot of guys, aren't we? Unfortunate. I mean, it worked out. It killed. It probably was the thing that did the final blow to Gorsh there. We'll speed things on up. With his fall, Kholek can go do whatever he wants. So we're gonna pull him on away. Let's have the Marquis of Masochism pull back. Archers, make sure you fire in on these Spellbats. Here come the Blood Knights. We'll go ahead and pull back just once there. Bring the Bestigor over and slow down those Spirit Hosts. Would have you charge in on the back there and beat down that Spirit, or that Black Coach. We give the acquiescence to... We'll cast it a single time. And hand it off to that black coach if we can. Okay, the Marquis of Masochism got caught into a fight. We definitely don't want that. You are, but not very good at fighting, surprisingly enough. Burn you back around there, and we'll drop down the Phantasmagoria on everyone fighting these others. Work. Need that Tempest Rage. Your Tempest Rage as well. We'll save the bound spell there. Let's bring Kholek on over to the more deadly units. Hellbats, the most deadly of units. Speed yourself up. Dragon Ogres seem to be holding their own here against the Wraiths. Looks like the archers are throwing themselves into combat foolishly. Love to see it. Bring the Hounds out now. Let's grab you through 3, bring them on. Charge them all in as one. See if we can't get any Forsaken summons in here as well, just to slow them down even further. Marquis of Masochism, I want you pulled away. You're very squishy from what we've seen here. Pull these archers back as well. Should start firing, no problem. Good old Chad there, give you some extra damage. Keep everyone fighting. Best before have been sacrificing themselves. We do love to see that. Drop down a single Lash of Slanesh. We'll overcast it just for the extra damage there. How much damage we get? That was pretty sizable. Never gonna complain. Alright, drop in the extra damage, drop down some more lightning there. Then we'll have some Fury, see about hunting down this Vampire Lord. Alright, Marquis, we'll swing you around to the outside here, and then charge into those Graveguard. And this is now a massive ball of death to bring to bear. 25 seconds more before we can get the goodies for them. Storm Rage activated for everyone we can here. Hounds approach. Death is upon you. We need to locate the other sorcerer that they have, who's dropping down their own spells. We'll drop down a Phantasmagoria here. Take the melee down to all the way to 0.
Sorcerer of Slanesh.
Have you guys just keep chopping. Keep chopping away. Marquis is taking a lot of damage. Pull you on away if we can. Keep these archers in. Absolute brawl there. Looks like the Vargolf received the sharp elbow. Go ahead and chase off that Vampire Wizard. The tidal wave of flesh every time he moves. Pretty incredible. See if we can't drop down some demons to keep them alive. We'll charge you back in as well. Pretty spooky voice lines they have. Did a very good job. Estabor starting to flee now. Don't like to see that so much. But as far as the battle goes, things are looking very nice. Pop off all the abilities, keep everyone fighting forward. Don't stop. You smash the zombies to the side. Keep that Slaneshi damage going to as many units as we can there. We won't... Okay, that's... Asrid. I clearly clicked the other direction. Fair enough. Take the bruises where we get them. You keep chopping the Vargolf. Let's get through these zombies. They are just zombies after all. Love to hear it. Now it is time for the Chain Lightning. We'll bring you around. They're trying to flee as like ants. That is horrifying. They just get smashed over by the other group. Just utter annihilation. Without Helm and Gorst, they are having a really, really hard time. So let's pull you away. So many enemies surrounding you. What is your kills up to, sir? Kill count up to 397? That's actually not that much. Let's charge you back in, see if we can get some more. I think most of the kills went to our other soldiers who are performing very well. Let's get a proper Lash of Slanesh in here. Maybe even hitting some Kuthayans. That's the way. Blood, rotten flesh everywhere. It's a party. Not one I want to be invited to, though. 60 seconds for most of that. Those enemies are completely fizzling on away, but we want kind of everyone here so I can get them healed up. Another enemy lord has fallen. Oh no, the Marquis! You had better get your leadership back right now. I will be very frowny. As a squishy unit, hard to keep you alive. Especially for my limited brain power. Go ahead and summon in. Wait, what am I doing? Summon you, charging you straight into the fight. Figure maybe you heal. That's not how that works. Hounds rush in, and that pretty well puts the final nail in the coffin. I'll speed things up and get you back in the campaign map. And victory over the Caravan of the Blue Roses. 5,500 road to face us. And now the Cathayans don't count. They didn't do much. We only lost 69, nice, but most of the damage went to the Marquis of Masochism and the other two Dragon Ogre Shaggoths. They're very large targets, and lots of weapons can smack them all at the same time, so definitely makes sense. We need to get some better armor on you there, Kholek. That's a great piece. Weakness. Gorst falls, though. We'll go ahead and do we sack the settlement again just for the why nots? 1,000 experience isn't bad, but we'll go ahead and occupy it. He waddles on away. Didn't manage to slay the apparently Ulrich there. Fool's mission was successful, and Gorst or Ghost. Apparently death is merely an obstacle to be overcome. Must be inconvenient, however. Once we've defeated him, our entire army has more replenishment rate, and we remove enables poison attack. Excuse me, what? What does this mean? This isn't a thing anymore, so it's just this one, I'm guessing. Or maybe it removes poison attacks for the enemy. Because Kholek can't have them, he's got the dazed. I'm not sure. What we should then do... Voice of the Dark Gods, probably not a bad idea. Start working towards... Not Chaos Unchained, but the Blessed by Evil giving us even more post-battle loot sounds very good. Tough call here on the Chaos skills. All of them are... I want all of them. We cannot have them. What are you up to? 35. We got up to 50, so we're at 15 more skill points, more or less. That's a lot. Kind of want to go for Storm, giving him 1,100 more health. It's not that... This one isn't that good for the downside of the 25% more upkeep. Trimble Mortals is going to be great. Less melee attack, that's fine. We can make Kholek absolutely insane. Premonition. Alright, so what we'll do though then is get just more gold. We need to try to get as much money as we can. I'd like to upgrade our other armies. Kholek is doing just fine. Chad. In fact, you could probably do better just with him in the army and ignoring the other Shaggoths entirely. Chad, you need some more health, I think, good sir.
Fool!
For our Slaneshi Sorcerer, we will... I think we might grab Power Sap. These other ones are really not... I mean, they're not bad, but they're not incredible. This Onslaught's not bad at all. Give us more weapon strength when attacking, since we're doing as much attacking as possible. I think instead we'll just kind of continue to max out Phantasmagoria and the Slicing Shards. Both of them are incredible. 4 different things, though. We'll grab the Phantasmagoria since we're about to be on Imric's lands. Or Village, he's so far away, he's real muffled. We will give you... Where's the Monstrous Strength? For all non-demonic, that's not the one we want. We want the demonic version. Demonic melee unit, some more armor. Charge bonus. This would help out. Do the Forsaken count as demons? I think the answer to that is no. They're normal people. So the plan is then going to be to have the Chaos Warriors and then the Forsaken. And then probably buff our Knights and Zinch as well. So let's come on back into Village. We can grab the Firestorm as well, but it does more or less the same thing as the Gateway. So we'll leave that one off. Glean Magic, probably not a bad idea because we can steal some magic from others or just buff our own. Recharge rate. Let's grab the Chaos Vanguard for now. Want a cavalry, we could grab that later on with even the Doom Knights. And Warp Fire for our missile units. We haven't really acquired the ability to pull in our gifted Stygian horrors just yet. We'll get there. Just with Kholek, it takes so long to get to the individual blessings, where I'm just trying to get to mark multiple units so we can have kind of different themed armies, where we have to get up through Dark Meditation, and then I think start working on, yeah, down here over with Pink Horrors, or even just getting one of the gifts that allows us to have them summoned in as well. So we'll work through it. Need to get some more skills for at least some more better soldiers in on Village's squad. We've got 8,000 gold now, though, which is a pretty sizable amount. I think we're going to use it to start throwing in some more buildings when we can. I also think we really need to get to the Eye of Shireen very soon. We're going to see if there's any settlements over here we can pass off to the, not the Cathayans, but the Norskins that are around. We could pass off the Frozen Landing to the demons here. See what he's willing to give us for it, because honestly the port doesn't give us that much. 5% upkeep negative, or 5% drop in upkeep for everyone in this current province, but honestly not all that useful. We'll let it upgrade, and then we'll see how much we can get out of the Demon Prince for it afterwards. Then we'll bring Thalman back in towards Kislev and see if we can claim Prague. Hell Pit has been purged. That's pretty cool to see. Kislev doesn't usually do that. Drought is usually pretty deadly. Okay, let's pull up into our actual provincial building here. Yeah, the Bastion doesn't matter to me at all. Yeah, this is the perfect time to grab our thralls upgraded to the Worshippers. Increases our diplomatic relations with all of the Norscan factions and our tribute from vassals. I want to throw in more of these buildings very, very badly, so we need to claim some more lands. Shangwu, how dangerous is Shangwu? Barely. Is just on the edge of enemy territory. This would just increase charge bonus. Not so great. Volksgrad is also in enemy territory, so that's why we're not upgrading it. We really can't either. The Cultist Camp of Gold increases Chaos Undivided Corruption in all regions. Is this faction, like, map-wide? Plunder is not the only source of gold. Many miners work tirelessly to extract it from beneath the world. Yeah, fair enough. Turn them to the Dark Gods. Alright. Pick our diplomacy, and that'll probably be the turn.
Quick.
Clan Moors would like to have a non-aggression pact. Well, I mean, you have 11 settlements, so beating them down sounds like a good idea.
The first.
The Shadow Legion would like...
You summon
I'm
the
sure military
first
access
prince.
with this sneaky individual here is not a bad idea. Fair enough.
The pact is.
Yep. Elikor is going to be working with us whether he wants to or not.
Can I
Everyone of the Blue Roses would really like a peace treaty now. Problem is, you have all this nice land for me to claim, so the answer to that's going to be a no. Swing on back out of here, then. Come on back in with Kholek, and that'll be our turn.
God.
All these imminent rebellions. You think I'm concerned. So we have these things to pass out, too. Good old commandments. I think we'll go for the exploitation of vassals. I don't really care about the public order in this area. We could use it to gain some more... I don't know. That's up to the current flag, right? It's an awkward province. So instead, we're going to go for just the fostering of cults. Keep the chaotic corruption at as maximum as possible, especially since Kislev is so good at cleansing it. Alright, now back down to Kholek. Zoom zoom. And the turn.
You dare to bother with me? I have broken deals with gods.
Is Kazrak finally starting to get irritated? Although every time he ends his non-aggression pact with us, he always signs another one for a lot of money, so sounds good to me.
You summon me, little
Oh, and
mortal.
Air Talk, the
I
Wood
will
Elves would like to
feast on
speak.
your son.
Oh, they want war. And we're going to feast on their son, so bring it. We're not going to call the allies to help, because this doesn't give them the option. Since they are my vassals, this will force them to come with us. unless they are not my vassals, in which case they don't have the option to say no and break all their treaties. Alright, freebooter. It's simple. You make from the land and we take from it, and from you. We've given Slithek a trait. Good for us. Altruistic. Rebellions all over the place. Volksgrad was lost. Even more imminent rebellions. We are unconcerned. Our people are but... oh, meat shields. The Valley of the Horns. Let's see if it tries to sacrifice one of our demonic units here. It gives us a decisive victory, as is foretold. 26 of our own fall. We will sack the settlement for the 1,000 experience. We've got marauders that need learning after all. Oh man, we can't make it back into the settlement. Such is the way we're going to take some attrition as well. Gross. Now we are apparently a little bit too zealous. Why are only some units taking attrition?
Direct me, dark gods.
What are these guys immune to that the others aren't? Too strong. Interesting. Trolls too. So everyone but the trolls are taking attrition? Why?
Destroy. Tempest incarnate.
Non-vampiric armies will suffer losses due to attrition. Fair enough. But I guess these dragon ogres count as vampires? Because they've received the blood kiss?
Herald of the Tempest.
Might make it. Unfortunate. Alright, we'll hang out there and take some free attrition. Hate to see it. We'll start throwing in these cultist camps behind us. Probably a really bad idea. Take this one out. We'll do the one over in Shangwu, though. Because this one is fairly safe. Western provinces here and Archaon causing issues for the locals. Let's drag him. I like to kind of keep him in between these two so I can kind of threaten all three of these settlements. So let's drag him kind of over here. These two Chaos Towers. That should allow us to threaten both of these settlements as well. Not really concerned about the Bridge of Heaven. It can stay as is. We have Clan Eshin to deal with them in the north. Jadewind Mountain, we can get some more weapon strength for all of our Chaos Chariots, which will really help out Harold's squad. I think, though, it may be time for another army. One that we formed to deal with Kazrak, who's up to 3 armies. Stealing a lot of gold from us, he has. Okay, so yeah, we'll start up an army up here in the north. How about in the Red Fortress? This gives extra capacity for Chaos Spawn. And do we have anything better up at the Bloodwind Keep? We've got the Worshippers. And then the Fortress of Eyes has the Sorcerer. Okay. I don't want to come all the way over to the Challenge Stone because I'd like to send them through. Yeah, we'll probably recruit them either at Nangao, which has much the same. Okay, cool. No, we'll do it over here at Red Fortress. They'll never suspect it. Okay, and we'll grab the Chaos Sorcerer Lord. We've got one of Tzeentch and Nurgle. We'll have one that we can just make undivided this time. And that is the Lore of Fire, usually. So we'll grab a Lore of Fire. We'll have him being of the Dark Fury, Urkathal Blood Eater, or Moxia. Urkathal is a much more chaosy name. We'll grab all of these Marauders here. That apparently be broke. Okay, well, we'll grab 2 of the Marauders then. Or none of them at all, and just grab these Dragon Ogres because, yes. 2 units of Marauders. Give him some simple troops. We'll build his forces up with the Dominating Presence first, just so he's passing out that experience gain. Only down to 74 gold. Time to steal some more from our enemies. Alright, village. Get you moving. Anything out on the ocean we could snag? Oh, we could do a Remnant of Battle up there in the north. Those have an opportunity of having a good deal. Let's go grab it.
Do not stop.
No reason to leave it. Sailing over with our creepy Tzeentch boat. And our followers have come upon 2 shipwrecks. Battle at sea pleases not just the gods of war, but the gods of sea as well. Salvage from such a vicious battle as possible, but the sea gods demand their tribute. Are we chaos? Would we take both and then kneecap the sea gods when they show up? Only a quarter of the cargo should be taken. And we'll go ahead and grab Fel cargo. Get ourselves a sword of anti-heroes and a trunk full maps. Pretty solid. I was hoping for a battle, though. We'll jump into March stance, get right back into the frozen landing. And it's like nothing happened.
Impatient fool! Wait!
Oh, village seems to be missing soldiers. Where and how did that happen? I'm not sure. Maybe he lost one of his... I thought he had 2 units of Dragon Ogres. I didn't think we lost any of the Dragon Ogres. I'm fairly confused. I may have been the one that deleted one of these units, but I could have swore he had 20 last I checked. We'll get him sorted out very shortly.
Decay brings life.
Alright, Herald. Looks like Meliandry has retreated on down to the Black Fortress.
Far beneath an archmage.
Here, 5. We could probably handle the siege once we've replenished a bit, so let's come on down.
With putrid.
Kind of wiggle on down. And then jump into in-camp stance.
What?
Since we're not gaining any more replenishment, we'll just do the summoning stance. Very negligible. Just to increase our overall ability to get these rusted branding irons, and then we can make all of our marauders here Nurglish ones. Start working to make this army a little bit more mono-god. Right, how many turns before our gifts kick off? So what we're going to do is come in here to Chaos Incarnate. Or Carnage Incarnate. We can switch between a couple of these. Where's the Hail of Hellfire? We probably want to get some more artillery in a couple of our armies here, especially the kind of the slower armies, like what's going to be our Nurgly one. So let's go ahead and grab the Hail of Hellfire in this one. We can kind of switch between them because as soon as you activate it, it gives you that unit into your... Please go to the right one. Cool, it did. As soon as every time you activate one, it gives you that unit right away, and then you have to wait the timer to get another one. So you can kind of, as long as you have the souls, you can keep clicking between them. So for Slethak here, you have caused enough problems where there are now Dawi emerge. See if you can actually do some damage to them. Stay in raiding stance, and then come a little bit closer.
Don't think so.
Think so. Me neither. Let's see what you're rolling with, Vikram. That is a whole heap of miners you have there. We're going to give this one to the auto-resolve because this is just Slithak and not one of my actual armies, so enjoy. Good deal of favor. We'll sacrifice the captives as well. Perfect. Free lords to slay. We'll switch you into channeling stance, and then hopefully you're able to flee. Got 3,000 gold now, though. Spend that on some more soldiers. Sounds like a good idea.
Are you as God?
I think you need some more of these Dragon Ogres, but we can't quite afford them, so we'll just do some more normal Marauders there and some Marauder Horsemen.
Now they will see true power.
We making more money then now than we were then? That's confusing. We'll skip through there, skip through all of our imminent rebellions, and then finally the turn will be passed off. Caravan moves back on Grimtop. We must have moved away too soon. They stuck on around. We'll be back for vengeance, don't you worry. And the spirits of Shanlin have moved out beyond... Oh, they're malevolent. Very interesting. Is that an option for all of the Wood Elves? I thought that the only Drika could have the malevolent treatment. We'll see. Alright, well, we would definitely lose that. And we would get run right over. Roots of Athel Lauren passive ability. Protectors of the Wood. Pretty strong, yep. Chaos. Salsa. Okay, so Blizzard Peak's being attacked by the Loose Tooth Rebels. They think themselves brave. Not quite as lucky as the others, though. The old Snaggle Hunger Pain here brought himself some Noblars and are being rolled back down the hill. We'll claim those captives. Alright, now Archaon himself is a freebooter, and Herald is a creator. Rebellions kick in. Grimtop was sacked. Lee was claimed. And now we can Ransom lads for Nurgle, and all of our aspiring champions have poison. We need to raise or sack the temple. It's been aborted. Someone else has done it for us. The rebellions are about to kick off continuously there. Fine and fair enough. We'll charge right on into Shyama's Rest to get some free experience. And yeah, we need to start moving down south here because Spirit people are on out. We don't know what counts as their jungles. I think it's probably just Wily, the tower, Dai Chang, and some of the things that are just immediately surrounding. We don't really know. Sometimes the Wood Elves will come out and do other work, but they usually stay in their forests. Oh, you, Mr. F. Chosen. Army's doing good. Swing on over to Shyama's Rest.
The storm of chaos gathers.
Smashing on in. All these lizards are already weakened, so decisive victory. We'll give that one to the auto resolve as well. Not a lot of choice. We will stack it for the experience. Then go ahead and claim it. Give ourselves a pocket of replenishment. I was going to leave it as a sack settlement for the moment so we could come back in, just keep hitting it over and over and over again for the 1,000 experience a pop. But not this time. Okay, they've got a landmark here. The Corrupted Standing Stones. The corruption of such stones reveals a source of great strength as well as great evil. Why can't I have them? Because I'm not Cathay? Fair enough, I guess. We'll grab the Cultist Camp of Pottery. I don't need anyone else gaining strength that is not my own. We'll grab Kholek, the super... having all those sorts of attrition problems. The super attritionator. We'll move on down here to Karakaton. Probably have to command the battle. Well, even if we didn't have to command the battle, it's going to go as a decisive victory, but that's a pretty fun looking army there you've got. Bring it on. Alright. It is a dark and stormy night, apparently. It is incredibly dark here. We will start deployment, and we will have a very hard time seeing the enemy. Alright. We'll go ahead and just kind of have everyone charging into a single blob of death. And the infantry teams will move in behind to secure. We have a pretty nasty thunderstorm moving in, so if you can hear that behind me, I apologize. We're going to have to keep going, but it's almost over. We'll probably get this battle and one more if we're really lucky.
Chaos Marauders!
Chaos Marauders moving up, same as we did last time.
Very well.
With the Sorcerer Lord. As I keep calling you a lord, you have not been ascended.
Hero of Nurgle.
Giving you the upgrade you don't deserve.
Lord of Excess.
Even there. Almost, I went all of the enemy in one spot. It is incredibly dark. I might have to do some changes in post-editing here so you can actually do some seeing. At least we have some glowhounds. We'll put them off in the sound. We'll put them in the forest so they can actually sneak in, though. Group them so I know where they're at. Oh, I'll probably forget pretty soon. I don't know how it is. Sounds off to the side, too. But what is causing this? Is it... I figured there was like a shelf or something above. It's probably just funky cloud lighting. Bring Kholek and the Shaggoth. For some reason it wants them up front, even though they have next to no combat prowess compared to their pop. Big Papa Kholek. Yeah, it looks pretty solid to me. We're gonna smash through here like a wrecking ball. Let's go ahead and lock in everyone that we need. All the Dragon Ogres is one. You guys all together as well. For me. We need the Marquee. Mostly for your bound spells. Start that battle up. Oh, beautiful. My gore here.
So it is.
Have you guys move forward, start firing on the, chopping up that barricade. We'll send Kholek right on in to help beat down on those crypt horrors. Over here, Grave Guard. Let's just charge past. We'll claim that point. Like they're going to go through that direction. Hopefully they can avoid the spearmen. This is the one of the Kislevite cities that's been very darkified. Bring you guys in as well to claim this point. They should be able to handle the Grave Guard. Kholek charging on in will give him the old extra help. I like that they're running away. They're just fleeing. Why not? Send in the Dragon Ogres behind him. Arrows. Love to see the fact that the enemy's wasting their spells there. You keep chopping away, we'll just send everyone else in.
Yes, my
We'll
prince.
have you go over the top. See about helping with the hounds. Hounds. Serious damage. Charging into those cryptals. Oh wait, those are just cryptals. What am I talking about? Murder. You go ahead and bring down that magic tower. Stuck around nicely there. Can't really see, but
For the prince.
bring them in as well.
Exquisite pain.
Guys. Extra rage. Send Kholek through. There's no reason to get him bogged down.
Moving quickly.
Not plating this position. Alright, our hounds up in the top are happily nom-nomming away. Getting plenty of heals for it, too. If they can get one of these units down, that's a lot of guys. Let's pull you on away. They brought the vampire over as well, so we'll bring them out. They should have the enemy on a merry chase. You come on down. You just come and claim this point. Don't do anything weird. Gonna do some funky wiggle instead of jumping into battle. Alright, what we're gonna do then is actually charge these hounds back in, which makes little to no sense. We're gonna charge them back in and drop in some. Yeah, I'll spawn over here. Kind of hog down, so we'll go ahead and drop down the Phantasmagoria instead. Make sure no one's going to be hitting our own lads.
Behold,
Eels in.
perish in pain.
There we go. Now that they've charged back in, we can drop the old golden ball down the line. We want to bounce it. Let's see if we can bounce the golden ball. Maybe we bounce it away from our own soldiers. Or just roll it. Could light the area up as well. They've got no way to flee. We'll drop in some spawn here. Here comes the golden ball. Yeah, that's a nasty spell. Pretty sizable damage. We can just pull these guys on away. I just wanted to lure them in for the cataclysm spell is all I wanted. Flee if you can. Come back over and start blasting apart this tower. Kholek, move on through. Bring the Marquis with him. Alright, they've been caught by a group of, looks like Grave Guard. Pull them on away so they don't take too much damage. Everyone here chopping away at this front line. Your Lash and Slanesh, we just drop it through this line here. That group's all kind of clumped up. Pretty disgusting. I'll do it again if you're gonna let me. Let them all stand back up and we'll overcast it, give them another whip. I can't really see much. There's no reason for that one, but we did plenty of damage to them. Get back in Storm Rage.
Stride on.
Woo! Bring them through. You guys are, well, if you all want to fight, if she wants to fight this many hounds by herself, we will gladly oblige where she lay on the ground. Made a terrible mistake. Alright, Kholek is playing that position just fine. Let's come on over and claim this next one. Have you just dive into a line that wants to cause us a problem. He's getting shot to pieces. Let's pull you out of the fight. Tower's got really good aim. Good, picked different targets, thankfully. Graveguard are fizzling on away to nothing. We have their leadership spots. That looks to be the win. Just in time as the actual Tempest is rolling in outside. Well done, Kholek. We'll speed things on up, but that's the victory. And Caravan obliterated. 9 casualties to our own side. The Marquis nearly got tripped up there, but Managed to get them on out. We'll take the win. And I'm gonna not sack the settlement this time because I don't exactly know how much walking distance I can do still. So unfortunately, we'll go ahead and claim it. Make sure we stay a bit safe. I did not pay close enough attention. Yeah, we definitely wouldn't have been able to move again, so I'm glad we just decided to claim. Or Kholek then. Go ahead and grab that last point into Blessed by Evil. And now we'll probably start going towards some skills that actually give his troops some action so we can actually unlock this final tier. I figure out what I was thinking of. We're going to probably go for the Chaos Vanguard, because these are for demonic melee units. We don't really have any of those. We've got mostly non-demonic, so that's monstrous strength coming from. Let's go for the Chaos Vanguard to increase our chosen with halberds there. We're going to have 2 of them, and then 1 aspiring champion, and they're just going to stand in one spot and let enemies surround them, while Kholek's crew charges back in. We'll probably take away some of these Hounds of Decay for something a little bit more scary, something a bit more undivided. We already have the Marquis. I think we need some of the other greater demons, just to keep the undivided feel flowing. Chant, you're doing well. I think we'll give you your Infernal Champion finally. Start increasing that weapon strength. Next one's going to take you up to 900 and, I guess, 693. Pretty awesome. He is almost higher than most legendary. Well, he actually is higher than most legendary lords already. For our hero, give him Deadly Onslaught. Let's keep him on his steed. Bit sad he doesn't get anything better there, but we'll make do. Give Kholek the Talisman of Preservation. He doesn't currently have one. He's got a Talisman of Endurance. He deserves the best. Nothing but the best for our big boy here. We've got a lot of Talismans of Endurance, but I'm not going to go ahead and combine those. If they are gray or lower, I probably will. All these luck stones. Although I prefer those over these different potions. Gain a Forbidden Rod. Put that back. Potion of Strength. Yeah, now's when we'll go for the Obsidian Trinket and a luck stone. And we'll grab ourselves a Pendant of Slanesh, giving us more Slaneshi Corruption and a Pendant. Whole heap of speed and melee attack. Who do we want to give that to? I kind of want to give it to... He currently has the Doom Totem, right? So he's going to be dropping cooldowns of the enemy. That's okay. Let's instead go for this Pendant of Slanesh. We can activate an ability, give him even more speed and 40 additional melee attack, jumping that up to well above 100. My quick math is going to be so wrong, it'll make my heart stop. Armor of Silver and Steel gives him more armor, but we are so above the cap on how much actually counts. I believe it's 240 or 220, that above that it's so negligible that any armor above that just doesn't really matter. What do you think? We're going to get him something that gives him more ward save. We're up to 39% now. We can definitely make that higher. Alright, well, let's get back to Conquest.
Are you a god?
This is luckily a place that also has itself some good old trade goods. Come back up from the mall gate. He went all the way around. The level of... Oh no, he came down from Grimtop. I'm a fool. Just kind of snuck down. He's coming on through. Alright, well, we'll go ahead and give ourselves the gold bar in... The gold bar camp in the Great Hall of Greasus. Tutang. Go ahead and claim that, I don't mind. Then your next job is going to be to defend the area.
With your incessant
Village, I'm very glad you're home. Stalton is defending Yitch.
the supreme patriarch.
One more really, really good battle before we
Blasphemy!
end the episode.
Blasphemy! I serve
That's a lot of Kislevites. We could have one more really good battle, or we could get obliterated. That is just Kossovite archers. You just don't have a lot of things that are good at catching those Kossovite archers. Alright, well, we'll sneak on over into an ambush stance, see if we can't catch Kostaltine slipping.
Do not stop, fool.
Tom and get rolling. We'll go ahead and jump you into ambush. And then we'll have a discussion with
Diplomacy seemed so very
the Demon Prince here.
when I was mortal. Now,
He's not interested in diplomacy. Buddy, if you aren't, I will crush you so fast. Yes, you've got a lot of land here, but you were but the Demon Prince. Can I give Wintertooth? I'd really rather give it to Wintertooth. Let's see if I'm able. before we go ahead and pull the trigger there. Oh, Nolskins. Where are you hiding? There they are. Wintertooth. I give you all... Well, when you click on the quick deal, Wintertooth goes away. So go back down here.
What do you want?
Oh, I can't. I think. That's the one I'm trying to give them, right? Oh yeah, absolutely. They don't want to quite be my my vassal just yet, but they're probably willing to give me a good deal of gold for that. 10,000. Yes, please.
I will.
Pleasure doing business. All right. Well, we have some definite upgrades to get to then. We will allow the Temple of Heimkel to repair. It's almost done. No reason to spend the gold. Swing on over to our provincial list. Challenge Stone is still got. We just kind of get the upgrades on the growth buildings there, which I've been avoiding kind of at all costs. Plains of Zanbaijin, we could throw one up to the Dark Fortress. Definitely time. Spread out the upgrades as much as we can. Leave those be. Karakaten. I don't care so much about the chariot. We don't have that many Chaos Chariots, but we do want to build an army up that does have them. So in the strategy chamber here, the Tower of Gorgoth. Such a good building. And then at the Maw Gate, fairly safe. So we'll throw in the Cultist Camp for the spices. Give all our trolls a little bit more attack. Give them some spices to sniff on. Not PETA approved. Swing on into Urkthal here, who is starting to be a drain on our resources. And we will bring him on around. We're going to need him to start... We're starting to... Our income took a hit immediately. We're at 5,000. I think we were doing some raiding. And I was seeing that as well. None of our allies are quite strong enough to bring down Kazrak, though. While his front line isn't scary at all, it's a lot of Minotaurs. Love to see the rusted branding iron. So let's come on over and now find ourselves another branding iron. Or... Slaves of Darkness sounds really nice. The inscribed Chaos Armor is also pretty good there. Strider and immune to Psychology. Or we could just go for Frenzy for the Cornate fellas. Pretty tough call. Allow us to get the Doom Knights. Chaos War Shrines, even more ward save. Yeah. Let's go for the actual Dark Meditation there. It's going to drop our Nurgle Authority by 1 across the board. But when we get this, this will give us access to 1 more Gifted Tzeentch. And let us start grabbing... I don't want... Nope, change my mind. Big change. We're going to go for Infernal March so we can grab extra movement range and the battle reinforcement time. And then we'll move back over towards something like Inscribed Chaos Armor. Get some of these more centralized ones done since we are undivided. These ones are pretty solid, just kind of overall faction-wide buffs. We can start branding some of the other lords once we have. I don't have any lords of Khorne just yet, so we'll get them and then build up the army and build up the branding as we need it. Did spend a bit too much gold though, so we're probably not going to be able to brand Harold's army. Big unfortunate. Come on in here and see what we can do. Oh, honestly though, we can. I think we'll just grab the... I'm not going to worry about the Marauders with shields at all. We'll just simply grab the ones with great axes. Or maybe one. Nah. Great axes all the way. I said great axes all the way. Oh, clicking his name does nothing. Fool. Makes sense. We're able to turn 2 of them into great axes, and this last one was too expensive. Fair enough. So what we will do is see if we can drain some gold out of someone else. Clan Moors, we might. Azazel's willing to go for a full defensive alliance.
How delectable.
Grab these 2. Drain the gold from him, and then wait a couple turns.
How delectable.
Delectable indeed. You're actually doing pretty well. Normally you get crumped pretty fast by Castalton. Or at least by, I don't know what happens to Azazel. He doesn't tend to survive in my campaigns. It wouldn't be Castalton. He struggles pretty hard. We'll just go for a non-aggression pact with.
I despise no first.
Steal your gold.
Right, yes.
There we go.
I'm escaping.
Now we can set his army up. Perfect. Then we can bring them also down and surround. We won't have another battle here. We've spent too much time administrating. I will think we'll grab armor piercing damage. Probably just a little bit more useful at this stage of the game. We'll grab a Marauder Horseman, turn them into throwing axes of Nurgle. Love another unit of those guys as well. I just don't want to... You could actually downgrade them to Chaos. Why would you ever do that? Really cool to get our Aspiring Champions of Nurgle. We're not there yet. But with these upgrades and bringing Herald on down south to the Black Fortress, we will start our next episode off with a siege against the Azrai. Or I guess the Asur. But for now, I'm out of time for today. I've been Space Wizard Total War. Remember to leave a like for the like god and a sub for the sub zone, and I will see you on the next one.